Safety is our core value in the mining industry, and as we work tirelessly to contribute to the economy, we do so through processes and methods that are centered around safety. In today's episode, we took some time to find out from our colleagues in different mining houses what safety means to them, and they also have a special festive message just for you.
Hello, my name is Mapifama Lachi, and I work in a coal mine in Limpopo. I'm a millwright artisan, and that is a combination of two trades, being electrical and mechanical. So safety is really at the forefront of my job, of my work, because I literally use my limbs daily in the field to get my work done. I do fault finding, working on electrical equipment, and that literally means sometimes on live equipment. So that means I do my risk assessment. I write down the possible risks that I may face in the field, and I also write down the steps that I need to take in order to make sure that I eliminate those risks. So safety is very personal to me because I want to go home with all my limbs intact, all my fingers in place, all my fingernails in place. So it's literally of utmost importance so that I can go back home to my family the same way that I have arrived at the mine. And then to everybody else, I'm just saying safety is not a paperwork exercise. It's not something that we do to get the bosses off of our backs, or it's not something that we do to get DMR off of our backs. Safety is literally very personal, and it means life, death, injury, no injury. So take it serious, do your mini hires, do your risk assessment, look out for your brother. You know, this is a big one as well. Communicate with the people that you're working with so that they are on the same page and they, yes. And also to everybody, I wish you all a beautiful festive season, a safe festive season. Let's not drop the ball at the end of the year. Yes, it's time to be with our families, with our friends, to hang out, to have a good time, to catch up. But as we do that, let's keep safety at the forefront of our minds, so that we can come back next year even better. Love you so much.
Hi, my name is Tano Kolongwan, and I'm a mining engineer specializing in drilling and blasting engineering. I work for a coal mining operator based in central Queensland, Australia. To me, safety means everyone going back home to their loved ones in the same condition in which they came to work. That is to say, no one should be harmed as a result of executing their duties. Working safe means understanding and being aware of all the hazards that are present in your work environment. Understanding and being aware of how these hazards can cause you or anyone else harm. And lastly, understanding and being aware of all the controls that have been put in place to ensure that these hazards don't cause you harm. So as a drill and blast engineer, I constantly have to ask myself, what are the ways in which my plan or design can hurt someone? And once I understand that, the next question would then be, how can we de-risk the plan? That is to say, what is it that we can do to ensure that no one is harmed as a result of executing this plan? Risk assessment is a tool that should be employed not only in the workplace, but to every aspect of our lives. So this festive season, I urge you to risk assess. Before climbing onto your vehicle, assess your vehicle as you would a mine vehicle. Drive to the conditions of the road. Put on your seatbelt. Keep a safe following distance. And lastly, I wish you all a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year. Cheers.
Hi, my name is Ndamuri Rumichinya, and I'm in the occupational hygiene space in the zinc industry. So what does safety means to me? Safety to me it's a way of life, and I think that's the bottom line. And for someone in the occupational hygiene space, I would say safety to me means, being vigilant, being proactive, and being committed to identifying and mitigating potential hazards. Such hazards can include your noise, excessive noise from equipment, machineries. You ensure that you wear your HPDs and your custom-made hearing aids, and the thermal stress and airborne pollutants that could mean your potential hazards. And why is safety so important to me? It's important because we're supposed to be, aware of our surroundings, especially in the times that we're in now. It's a very critical time of the year where, we're looking forward to being with our family. We cannot afford to take shortcuts. We cannot afford, to not adhere to the mine operating standards. We know the established safety protocols to follow. So let's follow those protocols set out by the mine in order for us to be able to make it to the next year. And I think my message to the miners out there in this coming festive season is to say, stay safe. Make sure that you close off the year well, because there are people waiting for you at home, and we'll see you in the coming next year. Have a great one. Thank you.
I go by the name of Andy Lemtembu, and I'm a safety rep who wants to speak to you about what safety is. Now, what does safety mean to me? Safety to me means that I get to have the opportunity to go home and to come to work without being harmed. Safety to me is the privilege of being safe and working here and going home, not a single scratch on me. Now, it's very important to remember what safety is, especially within this festive season. My mind is elsewhere. I want to go have fun. My mind is with my family. My mind is with my friends. And I could have moments where I'm not present within my workplace. Now, if I always remember what safety means to me, I'll always remember that no matter where I am, I need to make sure that I work safely for me and for the people around me, so I get to also have fun within this festive season without a single scratch on me. Now, that's what I encourage you guys with for this festive season. Have fun, do what you have to do with your family, with your friends, and always remember what safety means to you. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Mandla Mashiyane, man overseer, one of the big coal mines in South Africa. I just want to share with you now, since it's festive season concerning safety, please guys, be safe out there before you even get out of the house. Please think about your family. You're working safe only because of your family. You are safe, they're also safe at home. So please, colleagues, make sure that you do your PTOs, you do your safety stand out or stand down. You do your safety meetings before you start working. You do your slams before you start working. And please be your brother sister's keeper. Take care of. Look at what your friend is doing next to you. Please, and stop him if you see that he's doing something wrong. All of us need to go back home safely this festive season, so that next year we can start at the first lead.
Puff, pay attention and focus. My name is Karabo Mabule. I'm a production supervisor working in a platinum mining company. Through this video, I intend to share with you a message of safety that is aimed at heightening the level of safety awareness amongst mining employees, at least those who will have access to this video. This video comes at a time that is particularly significant, when all mining houses are driving health and safety campaigns with great intensity. Historical and empirical data on the frequency of serious injuries and fatalities that occur in the South African mining industry suggest that during this time of the year, the lives of mine workers are at high risk. However, from experience, I can attest to the fact that there are no new conditions in the workplace that surface during this time of the year. There are no new risks, there are no new hazards that we do not know, that only present themselves during this part of the year. Firstly, let me explain what safety means to me as a supervisor. Safety is so important to me that I've adopted it as a personal value. To me, safety is not an addition to the strategy on how to achieve the best results in the mining industry. But safety forms part of the foundation of every decision that we make as supervisors throughout the shift. Within the context of an economy that is incapable of creating one job per household, I understand as an individual, I understand as a supervisor, that every member of my team possibly has 10 people who are eagerly waiting for his salary. So every decision that I make, which is not based on the value of safety, will possibly result in a serious injury or a fatality. And the results of this fatality, the results of this serious injury on the team member are going to be irreparable. If you think about the dependents who depend on him, who always wait at the end of the month for him to receive a salary so that he can assist them to address their basic needs or to meet their basic needs, you can imagine where those people will find themselves. So I ensure as a supervisor that every decision that I make is based on the value of safety, because I want to protect the brother, because I want to protect the mother, because I want to protect the sister. The idea that when people enter the workspace, the idea that when people get underground, they cease to become human beings, and the only tools that we use to achieve the results does not exist in my world. That's how much I value safety, and that's what safety means to me. So, assuming that it is true that the working conditions in the last quarter of the year do not change, the questions arise as to what are the real causes of these serious injuries and fatalities that occur in the last quarter of the year in the South African mining industry. There are a myriad of reasons why we end up with these accidents and fatalities at the end of the year. However, my response to this question is central to the message that I seek to drive, which is the fact that we must pay attention and focus. I'm saying that although the work that we do is cyclic and repetitive in mining, it remains inherently risky. And it is very tempting when you do a cyclic and repetitive task to become complacent. I'm repeating myself. I'm saying although the work that we do in the mining industry is cyclic and repetitive, it remains inherently risky. So we must ensure that we do not become complacent. So it is of paramount importance as mine workers to ensure that we pay attention and focus, especially during this time of the year, on the control measures that are specific to the task that we are required to carry out. We must allow ourselves to be preoccupied by the control measures that are specific to the task that we are required to carry out. When we allow other things to preoccupy, when we allow ourselves to be preoccupied by other things, we end up losing attention when we are carrying out the most dangerous work. And as a result, we end up with serious injuries and fatalities. I am making a point here that even the engineering control systems that we have are not adequate to protect our health and safety. I'm making a point here that it's important for us to ensure that the critical life-saving behaviors that are pertinent to the task that we are expected to carry out are as important as the control measures that are related to that task. So let's make sure that we pay attention and focus. My message to you as you go home, I'm saying that we are going to return home safely if we pay attention and focus. We are going to return home safely and unharmed to our families, to enjoy with family and friends what 2024 still has to offer during this festive season. Guys, pay attention and focus. Ola ola.
These messages remind us that safety is our greatest priority. As we head into the festive season, let us carry these wishes of safety and prosperity with us. Whether you will be spending time with your loved ones or working through the holidays, remember that every precaution taken is a gift to yourself and your loved ones. From myself and the rest of the Mining Insight team, have a safe and productive festive season.